Archangel Michael says, a strange wind is blowing toward you, not just any ordinary breeze, but one carrying the footprints of a person from your past. This energy feels familiar yet changed, heavier yet clearer, as if time has molded them into someone unrecognizable. You may not feel ready to face them, but destiny has already made the arrangements for this encounter. They once left you with questions, with silence, with emotions you couldn't fully explain. But now their return is not a random act, it is timed, prepared, and purposeful. The version of them you remember is gone, someone else is wearing their name and voice. What they carry now is a truth they didn't have before, a realization that's been sharpening in their soul since the moment they walked away. You've grown since then. You've survived storms, crossed emotional deserts, and learned how to stand again even when your heart was trembling. The one returning to you now isn't coming to cause chaos. They're coming with their soul uncovered, no longer able to pretend. They carry guilt. They carry transformation. They carry a message they didn't have the strength to deliver before. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, something inside this person shattered after they lost you, a kind of emptiness that no distraction could heal. They tried to replace what you meant, but even the laughter of others couldn't fill the silence your absence created. They went into the world searching for something better, only to realize what they had lost was never meant to be abandoned. This person has been watching your growth from afar. They've seen your strength, your grace, your evolution. And that has humbled them in ways you will soon feel. There are conversations rehearsed in their head, apologies imagined but never spoken, promises silently made. There is a shaking in their spirit as they prepare to come forward. This isn't about winning you back. It's about restoring what they broke within themselves. Type Amen to get blessing 911. They will not be who they used to be, you'll notice it instantly. The eyes may be the same, but they will carry a deeper pain now, a matured sorrow. Their ego has fallen apart, and in its place stands a reflection of what regret can build. They may hesitate. They may tremble. But they will speak. You'll sense their nervousness, but you will also feel their sincerity. The words they carry now are not dressed in excuses. They will tell you what they never had the courage to admit. Type Amen to get blessing 722. They once thought time would erase you. They were wrong. Time only magnified your impact on their soul. In the nights they pretended to be strong, your memory crawled back to them louder. In the places they tried to start over, your name echoed when no one was speaking. They could not run from what their heart was screaming. They have seen people come and go. But none matched your spirit. None matched your kindness. None matched the depth you offered so effortlessly. Type Amen to get blessing 805. They will tell you how many times they almost messaged you and deleted it. How many times they passed your house or name in a post and felt a sting. They'll share how even your silence taught them more than all the noise they were chasing. They didn't just change because life pushed them. They changed because you walked away. You were the mirror they couldn't face, until now. They'll confess the choices they made that broke them inside. And you'll see it, not in just their words, but in their posture, in their breath, in the way they finally meet your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, you must prepare not just your ears, but your heart, for what they're about to say. Your angels have witnessed every sleepless night you faced alone. Now they are bringing you back into a moment where you hold all the power, but none of the pain. You're not required to accept them back. But you are being given the truth that you once begged heaven for. That is your divine justice. They will speak with a softness that wasn't there before. They will show you vulnerability. They will not mask their shame. Type Amen to get blessing 828. The universe waited for this. It allowed them to wander, to fall, to break, and then rise differently. They return not to claim you, but to acknowledge what they lost when they chose fear. You have the right to forgive, to release, or to walk away once again. But this time, you will walk from a place of clarity, not confusion. This is your closure, your healing, your moment. They bring a letter in their soul, written through years of quiet suffering. Every line soaked in 1,000 unsent messages. And now, it's time for you to hear it out loud. Type Amen to get blessing 939. There's a trembling happening in their hands. Their soul is shaking because they know what they did. And still, they walk toward you, because the guilt is heavier than rejection. They're not returning for romance alone. They're returning because you represent their awakening. You were their lesson, and they never passed it until now. Some people come back to test you. But this one returns to testify. Type Amen to get blessing 474. They won't expect you to embrace them. They're not here to beg for your future. They're here to own their past. Their transformation was painful. They had to lose themselves completely to understand what you were trying to teach them through your silence. Their rebirth was forged in loneliness. They now understand things they once mocked. They now honor emotions they once dismissed. They've gone through their own dark night of the soul. Type Amen to get blessing 616. Archangel Michael says, you're about to see someone carry their own spiritual scar and show it to you without hiding. That's how you'll know they are not the same. This is your chance to witness what true humility looks like. They didn't just lose you, they lost themselves when they walked away. And they've spent all this time trying to recover the pieces. Not just of their pride, but of their soul. You will be able to feel how deeply they missed you. Even if they don't say it clearly, their energy will speak. And that frequency will hit something old inside you. Type Amen to get blessing 233. You're not being pulled into a cycle, you're being presented with a final door. The choice is yours. But this moment was written into the book of your life as a turning point. Healing doesn't always mean reconciliation. Sometimes it just means release. But sometimes, just sometimes, it means redemption. They are praying you give them even 10 minutes. Because those 10 minutes hold the weight of everything they never said. And everything they now finally know. Type Amen to get blessing 555. You'll notice something unspoken in the way they speak now. A deeper quietness. A more grounded presence. They've been through things too. And although your stories are different, the pain shaped them just like it shaped you. You'll see it in their words, in the way they no longer need to defend themselves. You are not who you used to be either. And in that shared change, there may be something sacred, even if it's just a single conversation. You are no longer waiting. You are welcoming your justice. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. They will not speak to impress you. They'll speak to release themselves. Because this is bigger than apology, this is soul accountability. You were the one who saw their light when they couldn't even see it. That memory haunts them, because they know they dimmed it with their actions. But they're not hiding behind shame anymore. They are stepping forward not to ask for your love, but to show you theirs, finally. With no masks. No confusion. No hidden intent. Type Amen to get blessing 700. Archangel Michael says, this divine moment is not meant to break you again, it's meant to liberate you both. Whether you walk away or welcome them in, you will feel lighter. Because the truth is a sword that cuts through all emotional fog. You are protected in this moment. You are held by unseen hands. Your soul will know what to do when you stand face to face with the one who once left you shattered. And you will not shake this time. You will not cry the same tears. Because this time, you are the one with clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. You've waited for them to see what you saw. And now they do. The world changed them. Time taught them. And pain carved humility into their voice. You are not required to heal them. You are only asked to hear them. And if your spirit says it's time, then let peace be your response. But if not, walk away with your head held high, knowing the circle has closed, and the truth finally rose. Either way, the power belongs to you now. Type Amen to get blessing 1223. They know that words are not enough anymore. That's why they won't come with rehearsed speeches or dramatic apologies. What they'll bring is raw honesty, not for show, but for peace. You may feel old emotions stirring inside you the moment they speak. But this time, it won't feel like heartbreak, it'll feel like recognition. A mirror returning after years in the dark. They're not asking for a clean slate. They're asking for a final moment of truth. To tell you how you've lived rent-free in their conscience all this time. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. They don't want to haunt your heart again. They only want to leave it with understanding. Because no one deserves to live under the weight of unanswered endings. The truth is, you became their turning point. When everything else failed to move them, the memory of you did. They thought letting go of you was freedom, they later realized it was their downfall. You will notice that this person no longer carries the same pride. Their energy will feel softer, lower, grounded. They won't interrupt. They won't justify. They'll surrender. Type Amen to get blessing 357. In that surrender, a part of you will heal too. You've carried the burden of silence, of not knowing, of endless what-ifs. But all those questions are about to be answered. There is something sacred about someone coming back, not because they miss what you gave them, but because they want to acknowledge how deeply they failed you. That's growth. That's divine intervention. They may tell you they prayed for the right words. They may even cry. Don't be shocked if you do too, not out of sadness, but release. Type Amen to get blessing 644. This person never forgot your kindness. It haunted them when others treated them with coldness. It reminded them of what they let go too soon. They compared everyone to you, and no one measured up. Your presence was too rare. Your spirit too powerful. They didn't understand it then. Now they can't stop thinking about it. They'll tell you about the moments they saw someone do something kind and it reminded them of you. The time they held back tears because they remembered how safe your energy once felt. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Archangel Michael says, when people evolve, they either grow closer or they disappear. But this one is trying to return because they're no longer afraid of truth. They're no longer scared to face what they broke. You may wonder why now, but the divine timing is perfect. It had to be this way. Not a day sooner. Not a moment later. You had to become who you are now. They had to crumble into who they've become. Only now is the meeting holy. Type Amen to get blessing 500. They will not take your forgiveness for granted if you choose to give it. They know it's not owed. They know it must be earned. You'll see the difference between them and others right away. They won't rush. They won't pressure. They're only here to offer what they should have long ago, the truth. They carry a pain of their own. One they've buried deep. But the silence between you both has dug it up again and again. Type Amen to get blessing 388. They will say your name differently now. Softer. With reverence. It will shake something inside you. Because even if you've moved on, part of you always needed to hear that you mattered, and you did. More than they could admit until now. They may not ask for a future. But they will beg you to understand their past. That is how you'll know this is real. Type Amen to get blessing 2000. You don't have to make a decision right away. The universe isn't rushing you. The purpose of this moment isn't to restart, it's to restore clarity. Let their words sit with you. Let your intuition speak without pressure. And when you respond, do it from your healed self, not your wounded one. You've already survived the pain once. This time, you are simply witnessing how it transformed you, and them. Type Amen to get blessing 949. They once dismissed your love as ordinary. Now they know it was sacred. They've wandered through shallow waters ever since, searching for something that could make them feel the way you once did. They won't expect anything now. Not your touch. Not your affection. Only your ears. Because this isn't about getting you back. This is about finally showing up right. Even if it's only for closure. Type Amen to get blessing 626. They were blind before. Blinded by ego, fear, pride, immaturity. Life has torn those veils apart. And as they approach you now, they do it humbled. They do it unsure if you'll open the door. But they'll knock anyway, because their soul won't rest until they've done right by you. Archangel Michael says, what's coming is bigger than an apology, it's a spiritual alignment. A balancing of karmic energy. A closing of old wounds. Type Amen to get blessing 711. You will hear your story from their mouth. And it will sound like poetry. Even the pain will feel beautiful because of how far you've come. You'll be reminded of your worth not by what they say, but by what you feel inside yourself as they speak. You'll realize how strong, how divine, how irreplaceable you truly are. They will look at you with awe. And that alone will tell you, they finally see what they couldn't before. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. There is power in stillness. And you will hold that power in this moment. You won't need to raise your voice. Your silence will speak louder. Because this time, the tables have turned. You are no longer the one waiting. You are the one listening, with your spirit glowing, your heart healed, and your truth intact. Their words may shake, but yours will anchor. And they will leave knowing they met the best version of you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They're not coming to destroy your peace. They're coming because peace cannot return to them without this moment. Your presence is part of their healing now. Whether you open a new chapter or close the final one, know this: you were never forgettable. You were always divine. You were always the turning point. And now, it's time for them to say it to your face. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Your soul is ready. Your spirit has already forgiven. Your future will not be shaken by the past, because now, you own every part of it. You are whole. You are sacred. You are the lesson they will never forget. Let them speak. Let the story unfold. And whatever you choose, know that the divine stands behind your every decision. Type Amen to get blessing 1221. They'll come with eyes that have seen what true loss feels like. The sparkle they once wore out of arrogance is gone. What's left is a softer gaze, one that knows the cost of silence, the weight of missed chances. You were never just a phase. You were the place their soul felt safest, even if they couldn't say it then. And now, every step they take back toward you is driven by that memory. They're not hoping for a miracle. They're praying for honesty. Because only truth can set their spirit free. Type Amen to get blessing 655. They will say your name like it's the first time, like it holds more meaning than ever before. Each syllable will come from the deepest part of their soul. You'll feel the energy shift the moment they begin to speak. They may pause often, searching for the right words. But their pauses will say even more than their voice. The trembling in their hands will reveal the fear of losing this final moment. They now know they were once loved in a way many never experience. That realization has been their quiet punishment. And now they're standing before you, ready to face it. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Archangel Michael says, their soul isn't just returning, it's returning with the echo of every memory they buried. And you will feel it. Every word will vibrate through your being because this time, their truth is naked. Don't be surprised if tears fall. From them. From you. Because this is sacred ground. They are not here to open old wounds. They're here to finally bring closure to the ones they caused. And that is divine justice. Type Amen to get blessing 1999. You'll hear them say they regret every moment they let their pride win. That they wish they had just listened. That the silence between you two was not peaceful, it was prison. They'll tell you about nights they couldn't sleep because your face wouldn't leave their thoughts. How they reached for their phone and couldn't bring themselves to type your name. And how that became a daily pain. You've lived with the echoes of unanswered emotions. But now, the voice behind those echoes is finally speaking. Type Amen to get blessing 1000. They will mention little things, the way you laughed, the words you once said, the way your energy filled the room. Things you thought they forgot. But they didn't. They were just too afraid to honor it then. Now, they know better. Now, they bow to what they once ran from. You are not just a memory. You are the moment that changed their path forever. They needed to lose you to understand the depth of what they had. Type Amen to get blessing 575. They may talk about how nothing ever felt the same after you. How people became shallow. Conversations empty. And how they stopped believing in deep love until now. You awakened something in them, something they didn't know how to hold. But the ache of losing you became their greatest teacher. They've walked through fire. They've cried in silence. And every lesson brought them back to your light. Type Amen to get blessing 366. There will be a moment when time feels like it pauses, the space between you two will carry the weight of the years apart. That moment will carry the sound of all the "I'm sorry"s they never said. And finally, they'll say them. This time, you'll feel the honesty in every word. Because this time, they're not talking to get you back, they're talking because their soul needs peace. And that peace only exists when they own the pain they caused you. Type Amen to get blessing 433. They are not the same. And neither are you. That's what makes this moment divine. There is healing in being heard. There is release in being understood. And there is power in being able to look at the past with eyes that no longer bleed. You won't feel small. You won't feel desperate. You will feel whole. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Archangel Michael says, this return is not about romance, it's about restoration. The kind of healing that comes only when someone finally carries their cross and lays it before you with trembling hands. They won't hide. They won't pretend. They'll be raw. Real. Redeemed. And you? You'll witness it all, not from a place of pain, but power. Type Amen to get blessing 944. You once begged the heavens for this moment. Then you stopped. Then you let go. And now that you no longer crave it, it arrives. Because that's how divine timing works. When you rise into your own peace. The past seeks closure. Not to disturb you, but to kneel before the truth. This is not a test. This is a sacred reckoning. Type Amen to get blessing 7007. They will share moments they never told anyone. Secrets that lived in the shadows. Emotions they buried beneath their pride. They'll tell you what they feared most, that they'd never be enough for someone like you. That your love scared them because it was too pure. You'll finally understand why they pulled away. And they'll finally understand what they destroyed. Type Amen to get blessing 155. They may offer to start again, but this time, with no masks. No games. No confusion. But you will decide, not from a place of longing, but clarity. And whatever you choose, it will be perfect. Because it comes from your healed heart. They no longer hold power over you. But now, they hold respect for you. Type Amen to get blessing 838. They'll leave something behind this time, whether it's words, truth, or silence. But it will be different. You'll feel your soul breathe easier. The burden of what if will finally be lifted. And your spirit will walk lighter. Whether they stay or go, your peace will remain. Type Amen to get blessing 1771. You've always deserved this moment. The apology. The truth. The justice. And now, you're getting it. Not by chasing. Not by begging. But by simply standing in your light. You are not broken anymore. You are seen. You are heard. You are divine. Type Amen to get blessing 1213. They'll say they never thought this day would come. But the universe kept whispering your name. Your energy was unforgettable. Every lesson life handed them carried a piece of you in it. Every heartbreak echoed the void you left. They had to fall, and rise, and fall again to finally understand the weight of what they let go. Type Amen to get blessing 300. Now, they speak not from pride, but presence. They come not to fix the past, but to honor it. You will feel it. You will know. The divine will confirm it in your heart. And as they speak their final truth, the chapter you once feared would never close, will finally turn its last page. Type Amen to get blessing 1777.